I was born into a polygamous family. My dad had only 17 children. My mom had 9, and I am the 6th born of my mother. Growing up, life was quite a struggle, especially for my mom because she had more mouths to feed. So my uncle, who was a top-ranking police officer, brought me to Accra to be a house help to a friend of his wife. My father agreed, but said I must go to school. The woman looked at me and said, my children will not go to school, and you too, you want to go to school. So they sent me back to my village, and I continued my schooling. In secondary school, Form 2, I fell ill to the point of death. My father gave up on me. He pleaded with me to die. He said, just die and I'll bury you. It's better than you lie down here and suffer and make your family suffer. And I said, no, I will not die. My father said, good, then leave. So I lived, I am alive, and you are my witnesses. I came back to Accra the second time, and this time around with the help of a friend, and I had a contract job with the Ministry of Finance as a data entry clerk because I had a typist background, just for 1 year. And when the period of the contract ended, I was blessed and I got a permanent job with the then Revenue Agency's Governing Board, still as a data entry clerk. Whilst working, I met a gentleman who also came from Nabrongo, but was living and working in Accra, and he invited me to his church, Calvary Baptist Church, and it was there I received Jesus as my Lord and personal Savior. Amen. We later got married, gave birth to a baby boy, and when the baby boy turned 2 years, my husband encouraged me to write the University of Ghana mature students entrance exams. I did pass and got admission, but before I could start my first degree, my husband suddenly fell ill, was admitted at the 37 Military Hospital. One morning he invited me to his bedside. He said, pray for me to sleep. I haven't slept throughout the night. My eyes are spinning. So I prayed a fervent prayer with my eyes closed, and by the time I opened my eyes, he was already asleep, and he's still sleeping. At the age of 34, I became a widow, living in a rented house. I had a 2-year-old baby to cater for, a university degree to pursue, and it was fee-paying because I was a mature student, and life became a mystery. I struggled, but by the grace of God, I managed and finished my first degree, got an upgrade in the office, and I decided to put my bad experience behind me and face life. So things began to fall in place. I had bought a land and started building gradually. Within 3 years, I reached lintel. But just one day, somebody came and broke down the whole building. He claimed the land belongs to him. So where was he for these 3 years? So he took me to the property fraud units for 2 years. And at the end of the 2 years, I took him to court for 5 years. Whilst the case was still in court, I established a business at East Legon, a restaurant and a bar, and it was doing well. I also started my MBA program with the University of Professional Studies. And things were okay. I was still working, and my son was good. But all of a sudden, it was like all the negative forces of life came together against me. My business was also destroyed with an excavator by people who were litigating with those who gave me the place to do business. So my investment gone. A relative had returned from the States, borrowed my car, and had an accident with it on the motorway. The car got destroyed beyond repair, but thank God he didn't die. So life became a great struggle. My son fell ill, was admitted in an ICU because he had convulsion for 3 days. I sat down and I prayed by him, afraid that my son would die just as my husband did. I became frustrated because I lost my husband, I lost my building, my land, I lost my business, my car is gone. My landlord gave me a letter to leave his house because he claimed I converted his daughter from Islam to Christianity. So he gave me 3 months to leave his house. What else will I do? All these troubles for one person. I began to think seriously. I had regret. I regretted starting business in Accra. I regretted buying land and building. I regretted even starting my MBA program. And I still had a pending court issue, a lawyer to pay, an unfinished MBA program. I had constant headaches, I had sleepless nights, and the longest I could sleep was just 1 hour. And I was sick. My blood level dropped to 5.2, and the doctor said I could collapse and die. But what else could I do? At this point, a friend invited me to Full Gospel. She said a lot of good things about Full Gospel, and she concluded that they were the happiest people on earth. She invited me for a breakfast meeting, and I told her I'd stop taking breakfast. But I came out of curiosity to know what made them happy and just not to disappoint my friend. But it was like that meeting was organized for me. I listened to testimonies that gave me peace. I went back home and I slept like a baby, and I woke up like a giant. So I joined the Gateway Chapter. Week by week, attended their breakfast meetings, and I also went for their seminar meetings. So I was trained to be strong, to know that life is not an easy journey, but you need to be strong to face life. Today, to the glory of God, I won my case in court, rebuilt my house, and that is where I am living. I also finished my MBA program, graduated with an MBA in Total Quality Management. I had promotion upon promotion. Today my son is healthy, he's strong, and I am still counting my blessings and naming them one by one. Will your anchor hold in the storms of life? What will you do when things are so hard on you? Will you lose your mind? Will you give up in life? If you are here this morning, it is not an accident. You are at the right place at the right time. Amen. If you are not a member of Full Gospel, I encourage you to join. One day, God will use you to strengthen someone else. Amen. God bless you.